Hi everyone, I'm Jim Brimson. Welcome to the review of The Movement, the debut EP by the band Beneath the Veil. Today we're celebrating the 15th anniversary of the release, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. Actually, I won't be only focusing on The Movement, but also on their next releases, Circular City and Omega as well, because I want to review their entire discography and they've only released 3 EPs. My story with Beneath the Veil is quite interesting. I've actually found the Movement EP back in May 2011. It was on some music site that would list every single new release from up-and-coming metal and rock artists, and back then I would spend my free time just going through the list, checking out every single new band I haven't heard and decide if I enjoy their music or not. The lineup on this release is Gabe, Evan, Sam, Adam, Fernando and Jake. 3 or 4 of those dudes left the band after The Movement. I am not sure who went first because I cannot find information about that online at all. All I can tell you is that the band had 3 guitarists and 2 vocalists, and a year later on Circular City they only had 1 vocalist and 1 guitarist. The production is tight, it has raw feeling to it, but it's also clear at the same time, really heavy, no loudness or no clipping, just the way I like it. Message is diverse, the songs are mostly about personal struggles, adversity, revenge, standing true to your beliefs. It has a positive vibe for the most part, and some of the callouts do remain in your head long after you've listened to the EP. Structure of the tracks is between technical and progressive. What's the difference? Well, progressive is a song where nothing ever repeats. It's like a journey. So 4 out of 6 of the songs here have that progressive structure where they have been built from 8 to 16 different segments. Usually 4 to 6 segments are just breakdowns, and the technical structure is where the band brings back some of the previous segments later on the song. For example, the track Oceans is the only one on this EP that has an actual chorus which repeats 3 times. None of the other songs have something like that. When it comes to music genre, I would describe The Movement as a mixture between downtempo hardcore, deathcore and metalcore. Now let's talk about the musicianship. Let's start with the band's drummer. His playing is tight, I love his double bass work, the groove, the style, the precision of his playing, it's all here. Next, the bassist. Well, the bass is audible, we've got some bass drops here and there, and some moments where only the drummer and the bassist are playing together, which is quite fun. Then we've got the guitar work, and we've got the usual chugging, the 001 breakdowns, some more intricate guitar work here and there. I am not sure which guitarist is responsible for the lead melodic guitar work, but he deserves an award because those are the most memorable moments of this release. Especially tracks like Stand Your Ground, Oceans and To My Adversaries. Last but not least, let's mention the vocal performance by the 2 dudes. One of them has a lower growling type of vocals, he's always growling, sometimes shouting. That's the dude who will stay in the band and you're going to hear him on the next 2 EPs. And the other dude has more of a mid-vocal range with screaming, shouting, yelling and also growling. There are also gang vocals on half of the songs and they enrich the sound of the tracks. Now we can finally rate the individual songs. The EP opens up with The Movement, the title song. We've got a drum solo or whatever at the beginning, bam, and then we've got the guitar riff, doom 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 wow, boom, pom 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 pom. We are the movement. We're the red. This song, from what I remember, has a music video and it's a banger. I enjoy every single segment here, the breakdowns slap, and even if it's the weakest song here, it's still way better than tracks on the next EPs. 10 out of 10. Big Ben, this track, I love the intro with the bass and the drumming and the vocals. Something like that. It sounds hilarious but cool at the same time. Love one of the guitarists creating a sinister atmosphere in this song, doing some weird noises while the other dudes are just chugging. I do enjoy this song, I think it's on the same level as the previous one. 10 out of 10. To My Adversaries, this is one of the highlights of this release, it's the 4th best song here. I love the intro. To my adversaries, we have the gang vocals. Right, to my adversaries within me. Something along those lines, love it. The track has some cool melodic guitar lines thrown in here and there, and overall it's a banger, it's memorable, 11 out of 10. Stand Your Ground, the 4th track here, this is the 2nd best song from Beneath the Veil. Love that main guitar riff. The first minute of this song just destroys everything. The melodies, the vocals, the performance of everyone. Then the track sadly takes step in the darker direction with breakdowns, screaming, etc. Then they go back to some melodies and again to breakdowns. It's a roller coaster of emotions and it works. 11 plus out of 10. Oceans is the best Beneath the Veil song, period. I love the chorus here with that beautiful guitar melody. Doom 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 da 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 doom do 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 da da do da da do doom. It's something like that and it just stays in your head forever. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing this review, because I never forgot about this band. Because of the songs on this EP and especially Oceans. This is a metalcore / deathcore classic and I wish those genres would sound like this song currently, but sadly they do not. 11 plus out of 10. The Human Project, the final song here, I love the intro breakdown. Boing boing boing. Great stuff all the way. Every segment here slaps, but nothing will beat the intro for me. Still, I love every single thing about this track. The 3rd best one here, 11 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is ideal, replayability. Yeah, this is a legendary EP, probably one of the best from the downtempo and deathcore genre. It has brutality, great breakdowns, cool callouts, fantastic vocals, and melodies that stay in your head forever. This is the best thing this band has released and I urge you to listen to it. I will leave you the link to their Bandcamp page in the description of this video so you can just enjoy this stuff. Next we've got their 2nd EP, Circle City, and production wise it's tight, nothing changes here. The only difference is that the message, while it's still diverse, it's more into revenge, vengeance, anger, emotions. The songs here do not share that positive outlook on life as the previous EP did. Everything is more gloomy and doomy. Structure of the songs yet again is between technical and progressive, with 2 of the tracks having basic structure because they're just like intro outro. The genre is still downtempo hardcore deathcore but without any metalcore elements thrown in. It's more heavier and darker compared to the previous release. When it comes to the performance, the drummer is killing it as he did on the previous EP. The bassist, on the other hand, is more prevalent in the mix. The bass lines are more juicy, they're louder, and overall the bass is better compared to the previous EP. But then we've got the guitar riffs, and I must sadly tell you that losing 2 of 3 of your guitarists is not going to make your EP sound better. The songs are completely devoid of the melodies you could hear on the previous EP. This time it's more into breakdowns, chugging, sinister melodies similar to Korn in the background in some of the tracks, not all of them. And then we've got the vocal performance and we only have one dude here, the one who does the low growling. He sometimes does mid-range vocal scream, but not as prevalent as previously. And I must say that while I love his low growling, I feel like the EP would benefit from some variety in the vocals and the instruments. Now we can rate the individual songs. Intro, this is not a song, it's also not a sandwich, there's some speed in the background, I'm not even going to rate this. Father Figure, this is the best song on the EP by far. The intro alone. And the growling, and then the dum 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 da 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 father figure. So this song actually has a chorus that repeats later on, and that's only one segment that ever repeats. The track also has Black, done by the vocalist, which is very nice. Overall, it's a fantastic song and I wish the entire EP had the energy of it, because this one is vicious, it's infectious, it has that soul to it. 10 plus out of 10. Disposal sadly is not as good, it's more darker and gloomier. I do enjoy the breakdowns, one of the breakdowns in particular. After the first minute or so, boing, 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 all of that stuff, fantastic, and at the end we get another cool breakdown. Yeah, it's a great song, just not perfect. 9 out of 10. Big Band, the song from the previous EP got re-recorded, and my question is why? Don't get me wrong, I still love it, but this version is more darker, it's devoid of melodies as I stated before, and the vocals are much lower. We don't get that much mid-range here, so if you're more into low growling, maybe this version is going to suit you better. But to me personally, it's hard to choose one, because this one I enjoy the anger in the intro, but that original version still had that soul, you know? 10 out of 10. Colder, another song that has fantastic moments, the breakdowns especially. But it's not perfect, it's almost there, but I do love it. 10 minus out of 10. Hang 'Em High is just a great song, nothing more, nothing less. It actually sounds like a filler, and to me it's a disappointment because it's one of the weaker ones here. 8 minus out of 10. And Trust Issues, the final song, is just an outro, it's over 1 minute long, has a breakdown, yeah, it's okay, it's fine. No, 8 minus out of 10 as well. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, groupability. Yeah, this is an excellent EP, but it's nowhere near the quality of the movement. That one was like catching a lightning in a bottle, and this is just a stellar EP that has some fantastic songs like Father Figure, new version of Big Ben, Cold Air and Disposal. The intro is pointless because it's not music, and the last two songs are just great, nothing special. I can listen to this EP from beginning to the end, but I'm not going to love it or enjoy it as much as I do the movement. And now let's talk about Omega, the final EP by Beneath the Veil. The production here is tight, same as on the previous EPs, and message is diverse. Yet again they continue that darker approach to writing, but this time they took it to extreme, at least that's my opinion, where the vocal is basically crying how much of a piece of shit he is and how much he hates life. It's a completely negative outlook on life, which is the opposite of the first EP. Structure of the tracks is mostly technical, so yet again songs that only have 2-3 segments repeating and everything else just happens once. And 2 of the tracks here have basic structure of verse pre-chorus, chorus, verse pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. Music wise, yet again this is a down-tempo hardcore / deathcore release without any metalcore and melodic influences whatsoever. When it comes to the performance, it's similar to the previous EP Circle City, where the drummer is killing it, the bass is loud in the mix and mostly follows the guitars, the guitar riffs are mostly chugging and breakdowns and some eerie melodies in the background to create atmosphere and tension, and the vocal performance is mostly low growling, sometimes interchanged with mid-range vocals and screaming. The guest vocalist here adds some more variety into the mix when it comes to the vocal performance. That's it. Now let's rate the individual songs. The album opens up with the intro, Nightmares. This one has some eerie, corny melody, ni. All in all, it's a great song, but nothing special. 8 out of 10. And I could say the same about Revolution featuring Nick Arthur of Molotov Solution. This is just a great song. It's not going to stay in your head after you finish listening to it, even if it has a cool breakdown in the middle. 8 out of 10. Outcast features rigs of Kingmaker, and actually his part in the song is the most memorable one because he has such a different voice compared to the dude from Beneath the Veil. Yet again, a great song, but not a memorable one. 8 out of 10. And the final track, Omega, this is the best one so far here. I do enjoy some of the guitar riffs, the breakdowns, the drumming. It has a cool lines and the outro is fun. 9 out of 10. And if you're going to wait a while, you're going to hear a hidden track, and it's Vanessa's cartoon cover of 1,000 Miles. It's hilarious because the vocalist is growling throughout the entire thing, and I just love it. It's the best song here, which is not that great to be honest, if you're going to think about it. When a cover is the best song on the EP, also it's a hidden track, you know you fucked up. 10 out of 10. To sum it up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, gravity. Yeah, it's a good EP, nothing special to be honest. The best thing about it is a 1000 Miles cover, which is hilarious and I urge you to check it out, and also the song Omega, which I do enjoy. But everything else is just okay, you're going to have fun listening to it, but you're not going to remember any of it, which is a bad thing to me. So that concludes my review of the entire discography of the band Beneath the Veil. I feel like the Movement EP is the best thing they have ever done and you need to listen to it right now. You can check out the next EPs as well, but I feel like they do not live up to the standards of the Movement. Celebrate the anniversary by spinning the entire discography of Beneath the Veil today, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, follow me on my Instagram list description. Shout out on my Patreon supporters who gracefully sponsor these videos, you are truly wonderful. You can join them if you want, so I can make you an album review, do media cover, lyric video of your choice. Stand your ground. Bye!